Yes, tell me something about yourself.
Sir, my name is Yaser Mujtaba Chowdhary and I'm from Punch district of Jammu and Kashmir. I did my graduation in electrical engineering from Punjab Engineering College. Sir, my hobbies include watching cricket matches, physical fitness, and my strengths include dedication, commitment, and perseverance.
Okay, okay. You said about physical fitness. So
Yes,
being
sir.
a proper fit person, what should
Yes,
be
sir.
BMI requirement?
Sir, less than 25, sir. Kg
Okay,
per meter
see,
square.
less than 25% means a person is fit. I'm saying
Yes, sir.
close to perfect fit.
Sorry, sir. Can you please repeat the question?
Yeah. See, below 25 means obviously a person is fit or BMI is in order. But
Yes, sir.
every person is not having, there is difference between 24.9 and 22.
Yes.
In that
Yes,
order,
sir.
what should be there?
So I believe 22, around 22, 21 BMI is is good, sir.
Okay, okay. So,
Yes, sir.
for example, a healthy person, diet of a healthy person should have some composition related to, for example, protein, carbohydrates, vitamins,
Yes, sir.
etc. Can you tell
Yes,
me
sir.
in that way?
Yes, sir. With respect to the protein part, it is calculated by in gram by the weight of a person into 3 times the number of grams. For instance, so my weight is 70 kg and I needed around 150 grams of protein per day for good muscle growth
Just,
and
just you,
carbohydrates.
yes, just you said 3 gram per kg, and you are saying 150
No, sir,
gram.
not gram per kg. So approx 2.5 to 3 gram, I would
Oh,
say. 2 to 3 gram is good
okay, okay.
because it depends on the body to digest the protein. It
Yes,
depends on the
other
body.
component.
So we need carbohydrates, we need fats, good fats, and
Composition, that तो I said ना कि protein, carbohydrate, fat, vitamins all required. You should say
so
composition.
it depends on person to person, sir, which type of body one
So yeah,
requires to maintain.
tell me about your body.
Sir, about me, I take around 150 grams of protein per day and near about so I have not calculated as of now in an
Okay,
exact figure,
okay,
but
okay,
I calculate
okay,
protein part.
okay,
Yes,
okay,
sir.
no problem. Anyway, if a person is, for example, undergoing training of assistant commandant, let us take in CISF. So what should be the calorie requirement of a person?
So under training, a person is undergoing a training at, for instance, CISF only. It should be around 2400 calories per day, I would say. It depends on the body structure.
Yeah,
That depends on
generally
body weight.
2400 is the normal requirement of the person who is staying, for example, in a rural area. So I hope ki if undergoing training, then requirement should be little more.
So it depends on the body part.
Yes,
On the
that I'm saying ki obviously this is the things ki everyone is not required equal amount because some
yes,
require more. I'm saying about average.
the average 2400 to 2800 would be fine,
Okay,
I
okay.
would say.
So at
Yes.
this time, in many parts of the country, there is heavy rainfall, and due to that, a lot of problems are happening. Can you tell me the causes of this heavy rain?
Yes, sir. There are natural and anthropogenic reasons for this. Natural reasons are the sudden rainfall, the increase in intensity of the rainfall nowadays. And anthropogenic reason mainly the rapid urbanization which has taken place and due to which there is not no proper drainage system. There is more concreting on the ground. Rainwater cannot seep into the ground. There is urban concretization is more, and due to which there is water logging, and it causes a havoc and a flood in the urban areas.
Okay, okay. So, what is average rainfall in Jammu and Kashmir?
So it's around 150 to 150 millimeter.
Average rainfall entire year, I am asking.
So entire year, sir, it will be around. So I'm not able to remember this.
Rough guess.
Rough guess would be around, sir. Average the whole year would be around 2000 to 2500 millimeter average the whole year.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes, Aarti, continue.
Okay, sir. Okay, so Yaser, you are from Jammu and Kashmir.
Yes, ma'am.
So, like before some year, it was state and now it's a UT. So tell me what differences you have observed in those years.
So, ma'am, after abrogation of 370, you're asking about?
Yes. After 3-7.
After 5th August 2019, abrogation of 370, Jammu and Kashmir state has turned into a UT, Union Territory, and there are various administrative changes, including legal changes have happened. Administratively, it has directly come under the central government administration. Now, Lieutenant Governor is heading the UT along with its advisors. And in terms of legal and other changes, various central laws are being applicable now, previously which were not applicable in Jammu and Kashmir. For instance, Forest Right Act is there, SC/ST Atrocities Act is there, Right to Information Act is there, and more peace prevails comparable to past time, as we see the instances of stone pelting, strikes, Bandh has reduced, or it has almost come to a zero figure now. People are also happy, and overall, the number of tourists who have visited last year, it is around more than 1 crore people, which is a record in the recent history of Jammu and Kashmir.
Okay. So is there any change in the ideology of the people also, according to you?
Yes, ma'am. A lot has changed due to various infrastructure and development projects. People have seen the changes on ground, and grassroots democracy has developed with DDC election, District Development Commission elections are there, Panchayati Raj elections have held, and the power has been rooted to the grassroots, which I say ki people are more engaged in the local governance, and the jihadist and other tendencies which were prevailing before, it has come to a halt with the various stringent measures government has taken against the miscreants who are involved in this.
Okay. So what was the reason behind the bifurcation of Jammu and Kashmir?
With respect to Ladakh, Jammu and
Yes.
Kashmir and Ladakh. Ma'am, this would I say a demand from the people of Ladakh since past many years. They were in a feeling that they are relatively deprived. Ladakh is remain disconnected with the part of Jammu and Kashmir in whole winter, and the road remains open for 6 to 7 months only in a whole year. And people feel they are disconnected. Development has not up to the mark, and they have demanded at various times in past to make it a UT or state. Now they are demanding to make it a state. Now they have demanded mainly because of relative deprivation. The demand has arose, and central government thought it in a positive manner. And another reason, ma'am, which would I say for the bifurcation is the impact of China in Galwan Valley and other areas. Central government turning into a UT, and with a direct administration, it can ably manage that intrusion by Chinese activities.
Okay. So what are the benefits after like getting a status of UT?
This in Indian history, this is the first instance state is converted into UT. In past, we have seen UT is converted into a state, but in case of Jammu and Kashmir, I would say the main reasons for the benefits of turning into a UT are more state funding has happened now. The fund to Jammu and Kashmir state has increased, and the pace of developmental activities, which were in past not in such a good pace, now it has increased to a great extent. For
Okay.
instance,
And the-
sorry.
yes, yes.
For instance, the developmental projects are there, industrial setups are there. The rate of growth, like in past year, according to Jammu and Kashmir Economic Survey, our state has grown at the rate of 13%, which is a big number.
Yes. Okay. So there are some states also which are having special status. So can
Yes.
you name some of the states?
Yes, ma'am. They are mainly hill states of Northeast, like Mizoram, Arunachal Pradesh, and previously Jammu Kashmir was also is having a special status category, and mainly this is with respect to the funding, like central sponsored schemes. Government used to fund in a ratio of 75-25, 75 by the center, 25 by the special category states, or in other instance there will be 90-10 sometimes. Or in
Okay. So
otherwise,
okay. So
sorry.
what are the category to give special status to the states?
Yes, ma'am. These states are industrially backward states, and there is a difficult terrain. Hilly, mountainous regions are there, where infrastructure is not up to the mark, and the revenue to revenue generation is less. These are some of the criteria which are being considered by the central government to declare a state as a special category.
Okay, Yaser, tell me the name of any two species from Jammu and Kashmir which are categorized as endangered.
Species.
Yes.
First one is leopard. Snow leopard is there. And second, ma'am, is deer. It is the state animal, ma'am. Give me 10
Hangun.
seconds. Hangur. Sorry, ma'am. Hangur. It is the state animal of Jammu and Kashmir.
Okay. So tell me why there is categorization like endangered, extinct, vulnerable. Why it is needed?
There are certain criteria to declare a species as endangered, critically endangered, vulnerable. With respect to the existing population, the rate of extinction, and the extent of threat to that animal. These are some of the criteria. Some animal are facing more threat due to habitat loss, issue of poaching, and natural disasters and other things. These are some of the criteria which would I say to classify animal into different categories as endangered, critically endangered, vulnerable, extinct. Yes.
Yes. Okay. So which organization does these things?
It is IUCN, International Union of Council of Conservation of Nature.
Okay. Tell me something about that organization.
Ma'am, it is an organization established in 1948, and it maintains the record of animals and plants and other species with respect to their status in the level of their population and other things. It maintains the Red Book, which contains the list of species which are considered as endangered, critically endangered, and I'm not able to recall it other facts about the organization, ma'am.
Okay. Excellent. Okay. So tell me something about Indus Water Treaty and what was the objective behind this treaty?
Yes, ma'am. Indus Water Treaty was brokered by the World Bank in 1960 with respect to usage of water of Indus in its tributaries. With respect to Indus, Chenab, and Jhelum, these rivers are given to Pakistan, and Ravi, Bias, and Satluj are entitled to India to use it in the ratio. Overall, the ratio was 80-20, 80% to Pakistan and 20% to India. And it is one of the successful treaties brokered by the World Bank. And in recent past, there has been some issue raised by Pakistan with respect to Kishan Ganga Dam project on the river Jhelum by India. A dam is being constructed there.
Okay. So do you think this treaty is used as a diplomatic tool by India?
Yes, ma'am. It is a diplomatic tool.
Okay. So can you explain something more?
Ma'am, river is like the water is the lifeline or the lifeline of a nation. And I would say through this, India is able to maintain, after the treaty was brokered, India was able to maintain peace with Pakistan, not at the very first instance, but the condition of enemy and war which prevailed between India and Pakistan, this treaty has reduced some sort of enmity between the two nations. Yes, ma'am. Because India lies at the first instance, India, the river passes through India, and Pakistan mainly depend on these rivers for its electricity, agriculture, industrial purpose. And I would say India, being a leader of global South as a voice of the developing nations, India used this treaty for maintaining peace and establish good relation with Pakistan.
Good. Okay, so as we see nowadays, northern India is receiving heavy rain, where some states like Karnataka and Maharashtra are craving for rain. So what are the factors responsible for this situation?
Yes, ma'am. First thing is, ma'am, the heating of the warming water of Arabian Sea in this area. The temperature of the Arabian Sea has increased, and it has led to the evaporation and the air moving more towards the northern area. The northern part is having a more low pressure comparable to that area, and I would say this is one of the reason. And climate change, its impact, I would say.
Okay. So there is a phenomena called El Nino.
El Nino.
Tell me something about that.
Yes, ma'am. El Nino. Mommy.
Yes.
Sorry, ma'am. A disturbance has. Yes, ma'am. El Nino is considered with the reverse, like the condition which are favorable for India for the monsoon, and it leads to reversal of the monsoon conditions. The high pressure condition developed on the western side, and the eastern Peru region receive more rainfall during this part. El Nino. There's a reversal of the winds. Reversal of the. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
It-
So
it
what is
happens-
western disturbance? There is term used, western disturbance.
Yes, ma'am. Western disturbance, ma'am.
So what is it?
Ma'am, Western disturbances, I would say the ma'am, give me 10 seconds. I could frame that concept.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. During winter conditions, during winter season, the air travel from Mediterranean, and jet stream that travels from the Mediterranean at that area, they move along, and these are as they crosses the Himalayan region, it bifurcates into two, and it is responsible for the rain on the northwestern part of India during winter season.
Okay.
Western
So
season.
there are two phenomena like El Nino and La Nina. So which one is
Yes.
more beneficial for India?
La Nina, ma'am.
Okay, why?
Ma'am, La Nino creates favorable conditions for the rainfall in India, as India depends on monsoon for its various agriculture and industrial activities. Is mainly the rainfall that happen in India is because of that area, that reason. And during La Nina period, the low pressure condition that develop on the Indian side are more suitable as compared to El Nino.
Okay, Yaser, tell me what are critical and this emerging technology? These terms are now in use like.
Yes, critical and emerging technology are artificial intelligence, quantum computing, cloud computing. Yes, these are some of them.
Okay, so tell me the contribution of artificial intelligence in this era.
Ma'am, artificial intelligence has transformed a lot in recent times. For instance, ma'am, I would say at the airport where CISF is deployed, automatic facial recognition system. It is one of the significant contribution which has improved the security of the airport. And ma'am, Chat GPT, which
Yeah.
is on trending in the global world, it has improved a lot. It has been quite beneficial for the population in education and other areas, because it is quite beneficial for especially we as a student for Chat GPT. Ma'am, in agriculture sector, it is beneficial. It smart sensors. We can can help in prediction of the rainfall, the amount of nutrient fertilizer required for the soil. Artificial intelligence still approximates that part in education, smart schooling, and smart room classes, smart tutoring, and self-driving cars, automobile sector. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So your first preference is also CISF.
Yes, ma'am.
So
Yes.
tell me something about CISF and why your first preference is CISF.
Yes, ma'am. CISF as is known as Central Industrial Security Force, established in 1969, mainly responsible for providing protection to critical infrastructure, airport, metros, monuments, and etc. It is also deployed at law and order operation duties are there, and at UN peacekeeping. It is having a fire wing, which is considered, which is given ISO status, and it is also providing security to various private establishments. For instance, Reliance Jio, Tata, and these are some of the private establishments which is being provided security. It has a special security wing which is providing security to VVIPs.
Yeah. So what motivates you to prefer CISF rather than any other?
Yes, ma'am. It is a dynamic force, evolving force, and I would say this force will act as a factor which will help India to achieve a developed status by 2047, as quoted by our Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Because CISF provide security to the organs, I would say, of the nation, which is fueling the economy, nuclear, atomic energy station, thermal power plants, airport, metros. These are the organs which are fueling the economy of the nation, and it is a dynamic force, and it has complex challenges which will help me to learn new skills and more interact with the people. These are these motivates me. These things motivates me to join CISF and keep it as my first.
Okay, tell me. Okay, tell me your two weaknesses.
Yes, ma'am. My two weaknesses, ma'am, as I mentioned in my hobbies, I often listen to music, but I can't remember. This is remember the songs, ma'am. This is one thing. Second, in this emerging era, being involved in the preparation part, I could not learn the new coding and other thing. This coding part, which I would say this is my weakness, which I should be able to learn, but due to being involved in the preparation part, I would definitely evolve and learn the coding part, which is I consider as my weakness presently.
Okay. That's all from my side.
Okay. Yes, Yasir, you belong to Gujar community. Sometime, for example, Gujar and Bakarwal are taken together. Okay. So can you tell me some of the similarity and some of the differences?
So largely the term is, the tribe is Gujar only. The sub tribe is Bakarwal. Bakarwal comes as a subcategory of Gujars, but they're taken separately as a terminology, we can say. The main difference is Bakarwals are more involved in livestock, the sheep rearing, another thing. Gujars are more involved in livestock only, but buffalo milk, they are selling and this thing. Bakarwals are nomadic. They practice transhumance. During winters, they move down the hills, and during summers, they move to dokes, what we say, valleys in the mountains.
Okay,
This is the
okay.
mainly difference. Rest all same.
So in that way, from government policy point of view, is there any extra advantage to Bakarwals, or they are getting same advantage?
So they are getting same advantage currently.
Okay, okay.
Similar.
At the time of independence,
No,
yes, at the time of Indian independence, government of India has two choices: either to assimilate the tribal people in the mainstream of society and they assimilate them, or this would be kept separate. But for example, Nehru came out a third plan. There is a term given as tribal Panchsheel policy. So can you tell me, before tribal Panchsheel policy, which committee was constituted so that that committee gave some options, either assimilate them or keep them separate? So some of the committees, can you tell me?
So the integrationist, isolation versus assimilation debate has been going on since long during British years, and as specifically, sir, I'm not able to recall the exact committee name, but the middle path was adopted by Indian government.
Yeah, so it was the middle path was tribal Panchsheel policy. Can you tell me about that?
Yes, sir. There are various principles of tribal Panchsheel policy, with first being tribal should be developed on their own engineers, and tribal team should be developed so that they should take care of their own administration. Index of tribal development should not be seen in terms of money spent, but the human character, how much human character have evolved. These are some of the policies.
Okay. So, for example, since independence, obviously every community or every group has improved. In terms of education, where is the ST category in whole India, entire India you take? So in terms of education, where they are situated at this time?
So as per the data of census 2011, there are around 59% education literacy rate among STs, whereas national average is 74%. They are below the national average currently.
Okay, so there are 75 PBTGs. There is no one in Kashmir, Jammu Kashmir, no?
No, sir, no one.
In nearby any state is there?
Sorry, sir.
In your, for example, Jammu Kashmir's any nearby state does have any PBTG?
No, sir.
Okay.
Jammu Kashmir, I want to say Punjab is there is no scheduled tribe community. In Himachal Pradesh, there also no.
Okay. Have you heard the term Black Swan event?
Yes, sir, I have heard.
Yes.
So it is free economic. It's related to economy, sir. Exactly, I'm not able to recall, but some part which I can tell it right now, sir.
Yes.
It is related to the economy going into recession. So I'm not able to complete it.
Okay.
I'm not able to remember.
Yeah, no problem. Yes. Oh, no problem. Okay. So for example, government of India has means more than 950 schemes. So for Muslim youth.
Sorry, sir, can you?
Yeah, I'm saying the government of India is running at least 900 plus schemes, different schemes for one group or other groups. Okay, there are certain schemes specific for empowerment of Muslim youths. Can you tell me name of any?
Yes, sir. With respect to the schemes which are for Muslim youth, so there is a specific for or in joint?
No, a specific for empowerment of Muslim youth.
So specific for empowerment of Muslim youth, sir. Hajj Committee of India is running a scheme which is related to providing scholarship and hostel benefit services to Muslim community students for various competitive exam preparation. One of them is this, and this I can remember.
Okay, okay. Any skill development program or traditional skill development?
For Muslim or overall?
Yeah. Generally, some schemes where for the Muslim youths, they should get traditional knowledge through that.
Well, there is one scheme namely by Ustad.
Okay, yes,
It
yes.
is related to handicraft. It is related to traditional handicraft learning and hand holding the traditional handicraft artisans and developing the requisite skills and market for their product.
Okay, okay. So you were born in the month of July, and when, for example, you turned to 2 years, at the time then Kargil was happening. So in terms of Kargil, was Kargil a war?
Yes, sir. I would say it was a war because
What is the definition of war?
so when two nations are fighting for a territory, I would say.
Did Pakistan officially said we are fighting for territory?
No, sir. Actually, they have captured the Indian part. They are located at a hillside, and Indians were on the downside.
But
It was quite difficult.
Pakistan said we are not fighting now. Pakistan to said ki they are the liberator of Kashmir.
So, but the instrument of accession, which was signed with India, I would say the ruler of that
Okay,
time,
okay,
Maharaja
no
Hari Singh.
problem. Just go through. What is Article 352?
So it is national emergency, related to national emergency.
What is written there?
So it is written when the nation faces external threat or external threat from when a nation faces situation of war or external threat and internal aggression. Previously, it was internal aggression, and by 44th Amendment, it was reduced to
it was internal disturbance previously. Later, it was converted to armed rebellion. So now on external front, there are two terms, either war or external aggression, you know?
Yes, yes.
So in that order, 99 was Kargil was external aggression, it was not war. War is when President of India declares, President of India did not declare it is war. So that's why it was external aggression. Okay.
Sorry, sir. I'll
Okay.
look at it.